We're here, but Desi is frozen.
Frozen. We are here at
football.
Welcome, everybody.
We're hoping that Desi unfreezes because we would love to have her back to join for.
What's up, everybody? I know you can at least hear me.
There you are. Welcome.
Y'all, I am so done with 2026 already, football-wise and personally and all the things. But welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Beth, Laura, and your girl, Desi, all in the house. We are eager to talk about what has happened. We now have the final two for the Super Bowl. Woohoo-ish. Are we all excited about another Patriots Super Bowl against the Seahawks?
No.
No.
Can't even lie.
Sorry to all my fellow friends out there that love the Seahawks and love the Patriots. Yes, go you. So let's chat about it. Last weekend was the NFC and AFC championship games. And we both, I know our girl chat was kind of fired up. What did you guys think about? Let's start with the AFC game because that was the first game this past Sunday. What were your thoughts on that game?
It was snowy.
That's a fair assessment. Well, I walked into it so I didn't, because we went next door to watch it with our neighbors, and I walked in a little bit late, and the Broncos were already ahead by 7. And I was like, oh, wow, maybe Stidham is actually doing a thing. This is exciting. And then the blizzard started. And it literally affected everything, right? Nobody looked good out there. They were missing kicks left and right. They were dropping balls and sliding. And then
it's one of those great equalizers, right? The weather when it's that bad. So it made me think of, so I played volleyball. I played outdoor volleyball. My husband and I met playing sand volleyball. And we would go down every once in a while to Florida and play in a volleyball tournament on the beach. And when you're at the beach, the wind off the ocean is insane. So it was quote unquote the great equalizer. Teams who were terrible could hold their own and win a match or two that you didn't think they were going to win. Teams that were great were just scrambling, dinking, shanking balls left and right. So that's kind of what I felt like that game turned into. It was no longer a football game. It was more just hold on to the ball as much as you can and see what happens and see where the cards fall. So unfortunately, Stidham was not able to hold it together. And despite all Drake May's attempts to lose that game, they still won.
They did.
It was crazy. The defense was outstanding for the Broncos. I mean, Talanoa Hufanga was everywhere. Former 49er, one of my favorites. I really hated to see him go. They also had Dre Greenlaw, too, from the 49ers. But, I mean, Huff was just a beast out there. I mean, every play where there was something happening, he was there. And I was shocked because I really thought without a strong quarterback, I thought, Broncos don't have a chance. But then I was like, defense wins championships.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Laura, what were your thoughts on the game?
Well, yeah, it was a mess. It was a mess of a game. I was in a Patriots household to watch it, so I wasn't actively rooting against the Patriots, but I definitely got a little. Yeah, I was. I mean, to be fair, the current iteration without Bo Nix of the Broncos probably didn't deserve to win the championship game, and they probably wouldn't have won the Super Bowl with this 4th start ever quarterback. But
well, I mean, it was pretty evenly matched. Oh, what'd you say, Beth?
I said, but wouldn't it have been nice?
Oh,
yes,
for sure. I mean, they're pretty evenly matched. When you look at the stats through the game, rushing yards, it was, or possession, time of possession, it was pretty equal with the Broncos at 26 minutes, 51 seconds, and you had the Patriots at 33 minutes and 9 seconds. There were some key field goals that were missed that really could have changed the score. But the total yards was 181 for the Broncos and 206 for the Patriots. First downs, 11 for the Broncos, 12 for the Patriots. I mean, it was pretty evenly matched. But the snow definitely wreaked havoc, and it definitely changed the game. I think, Laura, you said something, and I was like, oh, but it's so fun because it reminds me of Beth and I's trip to Buffalo for this.
Yeah.
In the 49ers Bills game. Was it 2 years ago now, Beth? Or was it last? No, it was last season, right?
Last season. Yep.
Yeah. So the Patriots won. They're heading in. Interestingly enough, there is some talk about Drake May having a shoulder injury. Sorry, guys, you're just not going to see me tonight. I don't know why my camera doesn't want to see me. It's probably because anyway. But so Drake May got tackled by Talanoa Hufanga. Dr. Chow, who I follow on Twitter, was doing a video, and he actually said, without a doubt in his mind, he sustained this tackle from Talanoa Hufanga. He went down, foosh, fall on an outstretched arm, which is a high probability for an injury. When he got up, allegedly, he kind of like commotion to his shoulder a bit. But then another doctor on Twitter commented on Dr. Chow's video and was like, I don't know if it's actually completely like 100%. He's like, because if you keep watching the video after the tackle, when he gets up, he starts pulling on the left shoulder pad, like he's straightening out the shoulder pads. And then he threw a dime to Mac Hollins for like 30 some yards or something. So, I mean, it was like his best pass of the game. So it's kind of like, and it is his right shoulder, which is his throwing arm. So there's a question mark. He has popped up on the injury reports. But just like the 49ers, like you had Sam Darnold, you know, on the divisional game, Sam Darnold popped up with an injury to his oblique. Mm-hmm. Homeboy balled out. Like there was nothing evidently wrong. I mean, he probably had a little tweak of it, but you know, they kind of play this game in the media of like, oh, he's injured, to kind of throw off the other team's game plan. Is that what's happening here? Not sure. But Beth, I don't know if you saw the injury and if you have any comments on it or not.
You know, I think it very well could have been an injury. I think what we need to remember is, you know, these football players are also just amped up on so much adrenaline. I'm thinking back to Kincaid, who played all season this year. We just learned on a torn PCL. So, I mean, and we had another player who played the 22 snaps with a torn ACL 2 weeks ago. So, I mean, yes, could it have been an injury? Could he be hurt and be a little sore from it? Yeah, but I don't see it stopping him from playing. I don't think it's going to impact his current status as a thrower. It's not like he is the cream of the crop, the top anyway right now. I think they're going to work with what they have. They've done a great job this season of doing so already. Unfortunately, I think they're going to be a formidable opponent in the Super Bowl, despite everything else saying that they shouldn't be.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is all we have to say about the AFC game. Best wishes to Drake May. I mean, good kid. I'm a big Tar Heel fan, so you know he's coming from UNC. Love the story between him and his girlfriend. I think are they engaged or married? I don't know. She's adorable. Yeah, they've been.
Yeah.
Okay, so his wife. They've been together since middle school, which is super cute. So shout out to them. Congratulations to the Patriots. I'm trying to not bring old Patriots drama into this new age. So I will promise I will try. All right. On to the NFC game. This one was the juggernaut that I know I was really interested in. Definitely wanted to see. It was the evening game. Rams against the Seahawks, playing in Seattle, which is a tough place to play. Laura, I know you were cheering for your Matt Stafford. I honestly love Sam Darnold. Niner fans don't hate me. I do. I love Sam Darnold. He's a bird watcher. He gives Brock Purdy his his flowers every chance he can because he credits him for his turnaround in the NFL. Final score was 31-27. It was amazing. Thoughts? Laura, we'll start with you.
It was a good game. It was a good, solid game of football where everybody came to play and everybody played well. I was absolutely rooting for Stafford. I liked him in Detroit. I liked him when even though, there's the drama around it, I liked him when he left and went to the Rams and immediately won a Super Bowl. So he's just a good guy and a good, solid player, and they played well. But at the end of the day, the Seahawks just outplayed them by enough, right? So it was, I would have liked to see the Rams go to the Super Bowl, but honestly, the way the Seahawks played, they deserve it. They deserve to be, especially Sam Darnold, where everybody in the league gave up on him at various times, and now he's proving them wrong. So I think it's a pretty exciting story.
Yeah, I mean, talk about an underdog story. Sam Darnold has kind of been pushed from one place to another throughout the years, and it's going to be fun to see him in the Super Bowl and earn his keep there. I think it's going to be a great game, and I think he embodies what keeping on can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to say, they're in our division. So it's, the Niners, the Seahawks, the Rams, and the Cardinals. And any matchup between any two of those teams is just an amazing game. It's always back and forth. Again, as a Niners fan, I'm not supposed to say anything nice about anybody in our division. But I really, truly love Coach McVay. Like, I think Sean McVay is just so likable. I just love his presence on the sideline. I think he's a hell of a coach. You can tell this guy would literally lay down his life for anybody on that team. He's a great guy. I just enjoy watching him on the sideline, preferably when we're not playing him. So I can say this now. On the other side of the ball, I got to say JSN balled out. That man, it was almost like there was a magnet on his hands. Like that ball just got into his hands left and right. Shout out to their running back because they were down, not Charbonneau. Yeah, Charbonneau is the one who tore his ACL and I think is out. And they had his, I can't think of his name. I was going to say Williams, but that's the Rams running back. Anyway, just a great game, complete game from top to bottom. I think the Seahawks are going to win it all. I mean, they have the complete package from special teams all the way to their defense, their offense is everything. Darnold is really doing his thing, and it's good to see because I think, like you said, Beth, underdog. I'm always going to cheer for an underdog and any team that's got a badass defense. So I'm here for all of that. So
yeah, I mean, arguably one of the best defenses in the league all season, and they showed it, and Sam Darnold has showed out. So let's make it happen.
And they will punch you in the mouth. Like they're that team. I respect. So, all righty. So let's move it on along. We got some things to share. We got the Super Bowl right around the corner. It's going to be in Santa Clara. And as we said, it's going to be the Seahawks versus the Patriots. And so we have some beverages, some recipes all keyed up for you. We're going to share them this week so you can get ahead of it. Get your supplies so that you're all set up for game day. We'll review them maybe again next week for you. But ladies, run us through the cocktail of the week.
Oh, we've got drinks for this week and next week. Please don't disappoint here. This is my petty drink week. This is called the Dismayed. And if you are like me, who has not had an amaretto sour since college, it actually was really nice to come back to it. I truly have not had one since college. So it was kind of fun. I went into the liquor store and I was like, I need amaretto, and I don't even know where I would find that. One of the people there also did not know where to find it. It was not a good sign. So I got amaretto, scotch, lemon juice, rich simple syrup. I did not use rich simple syrup. I used that same brown sugar syrup from last week. So very good. And one egg white, or they also make, as my sister gave me for Christmas, a egg white substitute that you don't have to use real egg whites. You can add it in. And you shake that all up. pour it into a glass, add a little agnostic bitters on the top, and it's actually
Agnostic bitters.
agnostic bitter, whatever, bitters. I can't say it ever.
Angostura.
Angostura. What is that word?
Angostura.
Angostura. Whatever. Bitter. You throw
We're
bitters.
learning together, everyone.
Splash it on top. It's fabulous. It gives it that smoky flavor. You want the bitters on top.
Perfect.
Otherwise,
I like how in the picture they have like the seams of the football. Looks like it's
Yeah, that's why I picked that one. I thought it was really cute. So it looked like a football. And also as a tip for making either of these with egg white, if you aren't comfortable breaking, an egg and getting the egg white out of it, you can use 1 ounce of egg whites from a carton. If you happen to have that or you buy it, it's just 1 ounce of the egg whites, and it's the exact same thing.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. So you can buy fake egg whites. You can buy egg whites in a container, as you said, or you can just use a regular white egg and split it up. We just used regular eggs in our house tonight.
perfect.
So that was our dismayed, because I am dismayed that the Patriots are in the Super Bowl again.
Shout out to Terradome who's joining us today. He was our guest last week. So howdy do. What's up, Terradome?
Jared brings up a good point that the bitters, being agnostic, not convinced of God's existence.
Touche, Terradome. Our mocktail is Darnell Does It, which is a similar riff on the amaretto sour that we just showed, Oregat, which is in, hold on to that Oregat, we're going to need it later. Lemon juice, Lapsang tea. Go ahead and correct me again, Laura. Whatever that tea is.
Oh, it should say brewed, but apparently I can't type. But Lapsang,
Not Brewed.
Not brewed. Lapsang Sushang.
Say that 5 times fast.
No.
Or you drink it and after you drink it.
Well, luckily this one's not alcoholic, so we're all good.
I guess it wouldn't help you at all.
I couldn't say it either way. Maple syrup or the same brown sugar syrup from last week, egg white, or any of the variations we had before. Shake it up, put into a cocktail glass of your choosing with a couple cubes of ice, and add some agnostic bitters.
Oh, that's fantastic. By the way, Terradome's mom gave us some love, and I just want to thank her so much for that. So make sure, Terradome, you give Mama some love from us too. And he says these names are so witty. And Buffalo Barb says, "I got that dismayed." So yes, we always come with the drinks, but let's move it on along. We've got some other things. Oh, I didn't even use our intro for that. Let's see, what can I use? Something else. Let's use. Yeah, oh, you made one for it. Hot dog. All right, Laura's going to take it over. We have a special game that we're going to start to key up and start talking about, because there's an opportunity to play a game with us. It's going to be bingo. Yes, football bingo for the big game. And Laura's going to go over all of that so you can join us. There's prizes involved. So take a listen to Big Game Bingo.
Bit of the details.
There you go.
Yes. So the big game bingo, which we are doing ahead of the Super Bowl. So now is the time to enter. So basically how to play, you will get a bingo card. It'll be digital. You can either print it out and use pens, markers, and have fun with it, or you can just put it into your photos on your phone and use the little markup tool to cross off your squares. So you just watch the football game, the big game, mark off the events as they happen. And the events are, it'll be things that happen in football games. Is it a touchdown? Is it a, first down? Whatever it is. So there's a bunch of fun things like that. And every card is individual. So you will have your own chance to win. It's not like you're competing with, well, you are competing with other people, but it's not like you're trying to get the same card as fast as possible. And then when you get, 5 across, whether it's across, up and down, or diagonal, you message the Girlfriends and Football social media page with bingo. And if you're the first person to do that, you will win. So if you want to get in on the action, the first 12 people to follow us on YouTube and DM us on Facebook within the next 2 weeks before the game, or on Facebook or Instagram, we will send you the unique bingo card that you will use on game day. And follow our social media on game day. You will play along. And if you're the first person to message us with bingo, you will win a prize pack. And we are working on that prize pack, but I believe what it will include is a Girlfriends in Football t-shirt, a drink card of whatever cocktail or mocktail for your team, and a gift card to buy the ingredients and make that drink for yourself at home. So play along. You want to win the prizes. You want to have fun with us. It's just a great interactive, fun thing to do during the game. And we are excited to play along. So if you want to play, first 12 people get cards. And so start messaging us as soon as right now on our social medias, Facebook or Instagram, and we will get you set up to play.
Yay, come play bingo, right? This is the kind of bingo I want to get down with. I'm not ready for like the stamps and the, going to the old wherever they do bingo. I'm not down for all that. But this is my kind of bingo. We can play some football, watch some football, play some football bingo. So yes, definitely reach out. We're happy to play and be kind of cool. Robbo, I agree. He says, I am dismayed. Desi is frozen. Yes.
At least she's here this week.
Yes.
Yeah, Rob, this has been my last 8 weeks. So again, February 1st is my New Year's. We're starting this year all over. All right, moving right along. News has hit, y'all. The Pro Football Hall of Fame announcement of the final people who are going to be inducted into this year's Hall of Fame is coming out. I believe it's February 5th. But news broke that Bill Belichick is not going to be a first-time ballot Hall of Fame coach. And people are losing their minds. Rightfully so. What it does say, I'm going to give you a quote from Tom.
He who should not be named.
Voldemort.
So Tom Brady said, I just think that to me, I don't understand it. I was with him every day. If he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, there's really no coach that should ever be a first ballot Hall of Famer, which is completely ridiculous because people deserve it. He's incredible. There's no coach I'd rather play for. If I'm picking one coach to go out there to win a Super Bowl, give me one season, I'm taking Bill Belichick. So he's got he's a 6 Super Bowl winning coach. And he needed 40 votes of the 50-person panel in order to get in. So please feel free thoughts and feelings on this topic.
Well, I think what I heard was that the reason why they were holding off was because of all of the scandals between Deflategate and the cheating scandal and things like that, right?
Massages, what? Too soon?
That's the Cleveland Browns.
No, also Belichick. It happened quick and it was right under the radar. But yes, there was also, yeah, that also. Carry on.
So that's what I had read, is that they were holding off because of those scandals. and questioning from that. I see where they're coming from. I also see what a great coach he really was, as much as I hate to say that out loud. I mean, I do think he does belong in there at one point, but I'm fine with waiting another year.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I feel similarly. I have zero love for the man on a personal basis. I'm not a Belichick fan. I never have been, but it can't be denied that he did great things with the Patriots. I mean, you just can't deny it. But
he did great things, and I think that was a lot of the question afterwards, right? Was it Bill Belichick or was it Tom Brady?
That's fair. That's right? Fair. So yes,
you look at his history past Tom Brady; it's not quite as glorious.
Also true. Also true. But he was. Yeah, I think that we can wait, though. I don't know that he needs to be first ballot. Yeah, I think give it some time and figure it out. And then I do think that people like him, and there have been other players and coaches, right? Their behavior post coaching does not reflect well on them as a person, and I do think that does affect how things move forward, right?
And optics matter. Optics matter, man. And I hate to say that, but that's in all of our professions, right? Like, you gotta have some level of privacy, but it's so tough when your face is plastered everywhere, and you're Bill Belichick, and you're, won 6 Super Bowls, and you've done all these incredible things. You don't get the privilege of having privacy. So it's tough because, to your point, he has done, the record's there. I mean, what his body of work is deserving of a first ballot into the Hall of Fame. But this is the reality we live in, where fame is part of this, and what you do outside of your job is looked at. So, I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm not a Brady fan. I'm not a Belichick fan. So I can't really, but to be fair, truly be fair, I mean, again, his body of work is deservedly so. And the Hall of Fame ballot, the way you're even voted in is through the media. The media is the one that votes you in. So it's not a member of your peers. It's reporters.
Right.
Elected per city. And except for those states that have more than one team, they get 2. So I think there's like, I forget how many, but there's anyway. So they're the one, that's who's voting on this. And you needed 40 votes to get in, and it didn't happen. So who knows? This also, then you have to figure out, how do these people treat the media when they were in their job, right? Because I'm sure petty people are going to be like, no, forget it, right? So, sorry,
right.
Not our drink, but I don't know what to say. But Rob O says, these old man voters are jealous he has a 24-year-old squeeze. I mean, maybe.
I mean, they definitely have feelings about it, right? Like, you can't say you don't, whether you're jealous or otherwise.
100%. Buffalo Barb is down. She's down for bingo. And maybe this Barbara is the same person, but she is down for bingo. So
she's hedging her bet. She's like, I want to be in on this. I'm going to let you know multiple ways.
We're here for it. We're here for it.
All right, everybody. Who else is in? Let's do it.
All right. Well, it's time to take this Band-Aid off. There's been lots of head coaching changes or coaching changes collectively. Cleveland Browns did Cleveland Brown things and hired Todd Monken as the head coach.
Or did Todd Monken just get the short straw?
The short straw.
I feel like people were pulling out of that interview process left and right.
Yeah. Yes. So, okay, we'll call it that way. Todd Monken is the short stick head coach. That does not sound good at all. We'll jump past that. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Because what I found really interesting about a team that has such a poor record and history, you heard about all the things that the coaches had to do, right? in the interviews. There were
No.
personality tests and surveys and like homework, like essays and all of these crazy things to do in order to have these interviews. Like, I guess the owners or the head staff or whatever, they're all a bunch of nerds, which is great, statisticians and all of that. But apparently it's a pretty rigorous assessment required prior to interviewing. So that might be part of the reason.
I feel like Monken should have reverse Uno'd and handed out the same thing to the GM, the owner,
Right?
So, like, how dare they have any standards of who they're interviewing?
Oh, well, what gets even more head scratchy is a reunion between Mike McCarthy and possibly Aaron Rodgers as McCarthy takes the job in Pittsburgh to be the Steelers' new head coach. Big sexy Robert Saleh is in Tennessee. The Ravens is Jesse Minter is set to lead them in replacing John Harbaugh. Interesting. Dolphins pick up Jeff Hafley. The Giants, of course, we know John Harbaugh has accepted and signed the deal in New York for the head coach of the Giants job. And then Stefanski picked up the job in Atlanta. And here we go, Beth. The Bills. Joe Brady has been called up to the head coach position after McDermott. The floor is open. Floor is open.
You want me to say something to that, huh?
Oh, here we go. But first, Rob O says they have to write an essay why they want to be a head coach.
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like they're taking SATs. Anyway, so Joe Brady, I'm going to be optimistic. Okay. He's been with Buffalo for a couple years now. He's done great things overall with our offense, given what we have. I've yet to see any push to see what's going to change the things that need to change, because I feel like, unfortunately, GM and president of football and the owner thinks our roster is great. I think that our roster, we've done as best we can with what we have. I'm hoping that I am wrong, but I do not feel like we're making enough change. I do not feel like Joe Brady is going to push Josh Allen the way Josh Allen needs to be pushed. I've said it before, Josh Allen can get in his feelings. Josh Allen can take the world on his shoulders, and because of that, can get sad instead of mad. And I'm afraid that Joe Brady will not be able to push him to that next level. I hope I'm wrong. You know, that I very could will be wrong. Clearly something happened in that interview process that made them think he was the right man for the job. So he has an interview with the press tomorrow at noon. We'll see what he has to say. I'm hoping that he comes up with some good things to say, because I am concerned that we are changing a lot of things without changing anything.
Well, I will say, as a supporter of you, obviously we all support each other on this show. So much so that my algorithm thinks I'm a Bills fan. So,
mine too.
I just want you to know the solidarity that's coming to you from your girls here.
So you've seen all of these things. You know, it might also be the fact that I send you links, and then next thing you know, you're reading them and they keep popping up. I am curious to see. We have a new defensive coordinator who came from, I think, from Baltimore. No, from the Broncos. And I'm excited to kind of see what he has to give. Hopefully breathe a little fresh air into our defense and make some changes, as well as, you know, I don't know. We'll see. The issue that I have still with Brady is that he says he's going to do offensive play calling as well. So we now have a GM and president of football as one person and a coach and offensive coordinator as another position. And I feel like maybe we shouldn't.
And he's the first time
hire more people. Let's hire more people. Let's get some fresh ideas.
And he's a first time head coach. So you're really that's a lot to bite off for 2 roles. I mean, I think I was listening to.
He's only been offensive coordinator for 2 years, right? Like,
right.
So he's just getting that role under his belt. So now he's going to do offensive coordinator and be a head coach. I'm fearful. We'll see. Maybe he changes his mind. You know, we get to start practicing early this year because we have a new coach, right? I think new coaches get 2 weeks earlier than everybody else with returning coaches. So, I mean, we got that going for us.
The draft is going to be interesting because I think that's what a lot of Buffalo fans have been saying is you guys aren't getting the job done from a standpoint of drafting, right? You're not getting the players. So if that persists, it almost doesn't matter who's coaching because you still have to bank on the people that you're bringing in. So Buffalo Barb says, did the press conference scare off other applicants? Very valid.
It is.
I mean, I think it might have a little bit. You know, you look at the way that the owner spoke about players on the team, spoke about the coaching staff. I mean, it kind of made you think twice as to, you know, what are we looking for? You know, you go on one side, say that was a catch. I can't believe we lost that game to I'm firing you because we lost that game. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand how everyone else in the league can look at our team and go, you don't have anyone to catch the ball from the best quarterback in the league. And say, we've got a great roster. We should be able to win a Super Bowl with that. You are wasting literally the best quarterback in the league and giving him tight ends to throw to.
Right.
I mean, what do you expect to happen? Like, we're never going to win a Super Bowl if you don't have somebody to give you a deep threat. Everybody eats was a great tagline when we got rid of Diggs. We now need to get somebody who can catch the ball.
And I hate to point this out, but both Diggs and Hollins are going to be playing in the Super Bowl. And Hollins was the one that I was like, why did Buffalo let him go? Like, he was cooking towards the end of that year before y'all drafted, sent him off to New England.
Because we have no money. We're real good at getting guys that are 2 years out from retirement to play for a season.
Yeah.
But we're not real good at getting fresh talent and fresh legs. And that's the issue right now. We don't have any fresh legs.
Right.
Well, I will say what we got so excited about this season was Jameis Winston, right? And the stories that were popping off in New York because you had Jameis Winston, you had Scattaboo, like there was all this like vibe there. I think there's a new vibe. I'm very, very, very intrigued by Mike McDaniel going to the Chargers. He's going to be with Harbaugh. Okay. This is like unbelievable. Like the categorically amount of personality is just absolutely fascinating to me. I think I sent you guys something. Here it is. I saw this on social media. It says, this is a quote from Mike McDaniel. I feel like we're the same guy. He's just taller. He's already tried to get me on transition lenses, but I've held out. I'm not 50 yet. Like, you are not Harbaugh, but love that you're making the analogy that you're the same, but he's just taller.
You're taller with transition lenses,
right?
Old man glasses.
That part. So I'm going to be like, that's going to be my new New York Giants for next season. I'm going to call it now.
I mean, he's always great. Like Mike McDaniel's a hysterical human being. I am so glad he's no longer a head coach because I do not think that fit him at all. And I'm glad that he's got a dad to kind of rein him in again.
Right.
Yes,
So I
I
think
agree.
it's good for him from a coaching standpoint, as a human standpoint. But his humor is great. It really, I'm excited to see him do well elsewhere.
And I'm glad to see it back because that was what was missing, maybe even a third into the Dolphin season. He kind of just was like limping along. Bravo's in solidarity with you too. The Bills need to improve on defense. It's always left up to I think he meant up to Josh to carry the team. Ridiculous. Yes. 100%.
I agree, but at the end of the day, our defense did not let us down this season. Our defense is not the reason why we lost. Our offense and our unimaginative play calling. If we could run Cook one more time on a first, second, and third down in one series, I think there's lots of things that Buffalo needed to improve on. This whole season, I'd been saying that we did not look like we deserved to be in the Super Bowl, and that proved to be true. So.
All right. Well, we just kind of talked about the draft briefly. The draft order is pretty much set. We'll have it finalized when the Super Bowl is over. Just as a reminder, there's 4 teams: Atlanta, Green Bay, Indianapolis, and Jacksonville do not own a first-round pick because of draft day trades, which included Micah Parsons and Sauce Gardner deals. So the current draft order is first overall pick is going to go to the Raiders, then the Jets, the Cardinals, Titans, Giants, Browns, Commanders, Saints. Chiefs have the 9th pick.
Wow.
Guess who has the 10th? The Bengals. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Then it goes on to the Dolphins, then the Cowboys, the Rams because of the Falcons trade because Atlanta fired Raheem Morris as the head, or what was that from forget what deal that was from, but the Rams have the Falcons pick. Let's see, the Ravens, the Bucks at 16, the Jets because of the Colts. The Sauce Gardner trade. The Colts gave up their pick to the Jets. Then you have the Lions. There you go, girl. Laura's Lions are at 17, right ahead of their Viking counterparts. Then you have the Panthers at 19. Cowboys again. Cowboys, I mean, they're going to be leveling up because they do have a lot of picks this year. The Cowboys, because of the Micah Parsons trade, they took Green Bay's 20th pick. Steelers, Chargers, the Eagles, the Browns, thanks to the Jaguars. Then you have the Bears, the Bills, they're at 26, Beth, and I'm right behind you with the Niners are at the 27th pick. Then you have the Texans, the Rams, the Broncos, Patriots, Seahawks, or depending on the outcome of the Super Bowl. Right. So that is the draft order. Then it's a whole nother season, guys.
I like how we just skipped over the Super Bowl and was like, so drafts are happening.
Right.
Well, I mean, we certainly can talk about the Super Bowl, but I feel like next week it's going to be the only thing we're talking about is the Super Bowl. So
well, we got 2 weeks until the Super Bowl.
Well,
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's 2 shows or one show before the Super Bowl, one show after. Yep. I would assume we're going to do one after, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. One other thing I want to just share with you guys, there's an opportunity to help with a fundraiser. My sister is running the Boston Marathon, and she's running it for a good cause. Just so happens former Patriots Joe Andruzzi has a foundation that helps cancer patients, and she is running for that organization. Because she's running for that organization, she has to raise money. And so we are doing football squares. And so I would love for you guys to contribute. Let's see. Here we go. There it is, football squares. So that's a picture of my sister who's going to be running. $40 a square. My Venmo and Cash App are there. the way that we're going to do this is I have a blank squares here. As you can see, everything's blank. Next Wednesday on this show, I am going to pull out the numbers, and we're going to start to label the numbers across and the numbers in the column to the left that go up and down. I'll start putting the numbers up. They're going to be pulled at random. So you're going to pick a square beforehand, or you can just say, just give me whatever square. We'll put you on the grid, and then we'll pull numbers, and then you'll know by next Wednesday what your square numbers are. If you've not done Super Bowl squares before, this is really fun. So what you do is back onto the grid here. So the top bar, say that's the NFC, which would be the Seahawks. And on the column to the left is going to be the Patriots. So if the game, say at the end of the first quarter, the score is 7-7, right? We'll just make it easy. Whoever has the column 7, the number 7 on the Seahawks side and the number 7 on the Patriots side, when you put those two lines together, whatever square that ends in, that's the winner. Okay, so that's how that works. If it's a a 2-number score, so if it's like 10 to 14, say the Seahawks have 10 and the Patriots have 14, the 0 of the Seahawks, that line would go down, and you go down till you get to the Patriots 4, because it's the second number that counts. So it'd be 0 and 4. Whoever has that square, that's the winner. So when we go back to the opportunities to win, there's 5 chances to win. So if you have the square that wins at the score of the end of the first quarter, you win $200. If you have the square that wins at halftime, you have $400. At the end of the third quarter, it's $200. And if you are lucky enough to be the square that wins for the final score, including overtime, you win $1,000. And then reverse, there's another chance, the reverse score. So at the end, say the score is the Seahawks are 28 and the Patriots are 21. So 8-1, right? So NFC 8, AFC 1, that square wins the $1,000. Now, then go back up to the top, the NFC, they would have 1 and the AFC would have 8. That square would win $200. So 5 ways to win. You're helping a good cause. You're helping my sister so she can run her first marathon in the Boston Marathon. You can message me, Coach Desi on Instagram, Coach Desi on Twitter. Feel free to reach out to me, and I'd appreciate anyone who would like to support. So that's that. And finally, Laura, you have a fun stat you would like to share with us.
I do indeed. We have the results of our picks all season long. So it was tied at the end of the regular season between Beth and Desi. So we had to have a postseason tiebreaker, and we've got the results.
Woo!
Desi!
Hey!
So close.
That's amazing. That's the best news I've had in 2 months.
And we're all pretty close. I mean, within a couple of picks, a few picks of each other. I don't feel bad about ending in third at 132. I mean, I could have had 0, right?
And Laura, let's be honest, you've made it very clear that you are a petty picker from beginning to end. So you probably would have had a better score.
That's honestly true, right? Because I pick who I want to win versus who I think will win. Whereas I believe Desi and Beth, you are far more on the who is going to win this game. And
sometimes.
This is shocking because I'm pretty sure I almost picked all the wrong people last week. So
well, the last couple of weeks were interesting because when you looked at the week that it was that Buffalo was playing and that 49ers were playing, obviously none of us got the points on that because
I was thinking that week.
Very loyal to one another. So nobody picked the opposing teams and therefore did not make it. But squeaking in at the end with the victory. Desi, congratulations.
Hey, that just, like I said, that made my whole year. And it's only January 28th. Robbo has a question. Can you number the grid? So Rob, we're going to be pulling the numbers at random next week on the show. So I'll fill it in next Wednesday. So right now you're kind of just picking a blind spot. So, so that is what is happening. If you want, if there's still squares available after we put the numbers on the grid, you're certainly more than welcome to, grab whatever square you want at that point. I just can't guarantee that the numbers you want are going to be there because somebody may already be in that spot. So we want to make this completely random. So you're just picking a square and knowing that you're contributing to a good cause. So I'm picking the squares. So what happens is I'm just going to have like a little, probably a Tupperware bowl, nothing real pretty, but it'll be just a random bowl with the numbers in there. And I'm literally going to pick, the first number, it'll go in the first box and we'll just number it all the way across at random. So that's how we pick the squares. Right now, Rob, if you are talking about actually picking the square, this is the current grid. I will post this on social media on our Instagram page. I think I did already post it on Twitter. You can just, again, take a screenshot of this on your phone. If you want to just message me, I can give you the updated one. So feel free to message me or DM me or whatever. I'll send you the updated grid. You can just use your phone, take a screenshot, mark off what square you want, kick it back to me. And then I will make sure your initials go into that, into our master grid. So right now there's 3 that are already taken. And like I said, reach out to me, Coach Desi on Twitter, Coach Desi on Instagram. And if you want, just Girlfriends in Football on Facebook. Any of those ways you can get to me.
This is another really fun game to play that requires a little less attention than our bingo game. It really is. We played it. I've played it years and years and years, Super Bowl squares, even just regular football squares for different games. And it's fun to kind of, you really have no idea. Right. So you're kind of, when you pick your square, nobody ever has an idea. Once you get the numbers, then you're like, oh, well, if they get a touchdown here, or we need a 2-point conversion, or we need, a safety, or it's kind of a different, fun way to cheer on for something different in the game. That's not necessarily who wins, who loses. So it's exactly. A fun game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Robbo, this is going to be hot sauce. We are adding flavor to this flavorless Super Bowl. Okay. So you're really not going to care who wins the game, but if you're invested with numbers, now you got a game. Now you're excited. Now you're like, yeah, I need him to catch that ball. Ooh, I need that field goal to happen. Ooh, I need this penalty to go through. There are things that you are just going to be excited about because I don't know, maybe you're a Seahawks fan. I don't know. Maybe you're why can't I ever the Patriots fan?
Because nobody is.
Yeah, it's out. It's just escapes your brain.
Right. So I'm like, most of us aren't. So, let's find another reason to be excited about this Super Bowl. So
this is what DraftKings was before DraftKings was.
Right.
Okay. This is how people did DraftKings before it was a thing. So roll back into some history, have a little fun the way we all used to.
100%. And help a good cause.
And help a good cause.
Yes. Final thoughts, ladies. Anything else that's burning through that we need to address here before we wrap this up for today?
No, I think we covered it all. We're on top of the NFL.
And on time.
Wow, look at us. There's a first for everything. So, all right, guys, follow us on Instagram, Girlfriends in Football, Facebook, and reach out to us always, as we're always looking for things to talk about on the show. Give us your thoughts, your ideas. Check out those socials for our drink recipes. Make sure you sign up and get your bingo card. Make sure you get your square. Guys, let's do it now so we are ready to go for the Super Bowl slated for next Sunday on the 8th. It's going to be your girlfriends back here next Wednesday talking all things Super Bowl. That's all for tonight, guys. Take care and happy football.
Go Bills.